Well, we could talk about cold showers, but let's talk song. It's finally out, Lady Gaga's new album Mayhem. I already did reaction videos for the 3 advanced singles. Today I'm going to listen to and analyze track number 3 called Garden of Eden. I'm really interested in taking away new songwriting learnings, so without further ado, let's get going. Find the key first. E flat, is it E flat? Let's confirm. It is E flat minor, in fact. So the key is E flat minor or G flat major. We must remember this when talking about chord scale degrees. Let's find out how the song continues. Okay, so it's this pedal note E flat, something that we've seen in other Lady Gaga songs, that she likes the verses harmonically simply so that she can kind of focus on the metric rhythm and strong melody hooks. In that case, it's go get your friends and meet me on the floor, you're out of candy, I can get you more. Very, very pronounced, very, very stressed properly and moving everything forward. You start to slur it and I start to squeal. I'm falling over in my 9-inch heels. Okay, so this was the verse. You started slurring and I started to squeal. What beautiful alliterations with those S sounds. And finishing everything off with I'm falling over in my 9-inch heels. Really powerful lines. Basic rhyming pattern. So it's basically an AABB rhyming pattern with this very, very strong metric rhythm. And as I said, reduced complexity in the harmonies. New section. Is it pre-chorus or is it second verse half? No way to tell because the harmonies kind of stay the same. It's still this pedal note E flat thing, but we introduce a new melodic idea, a call and response thing between this come on and so hit the lights on the other hand. So the come on is the thing that starts. Is it on the downbeat? No, it's before the downbeat. Come on! Right? And this musical theater, so hit the lights thing is another very strong rhythm. Bam, 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 bam. What is it? 1, 2, 3, bam. So it's 4 notes only on the 2, on the 3, on the 4, and on the 4 end, right? Creating a really nice rhythmic hook. Come on and hit me, come on. I could be a girl. Okay, so this will be a very strong chorus. I can already feel it. Let's find out what's going to happen. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for... Lady Gaga 100%. So this is... Now we introduce harmonic complexity and also melodic movement that is very, very hooky. Let's find the chords first. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. Okay, so it is a 2 minor, 1, 5, 6 minor progression with A flat minor to G flat major and D flat minor to E flat major. So really cool, this taking turns of major and minor chords and also moving down first, moving up later. So it's a rather busy chord progression with a beautiful melody as well. Let's find the melody. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. Ba-da-da. It's basically, so the rock solid melody notes are just the root of the chord. On the E flat minor chord, we sing the E flat. And on the G flat major chord, we sing the G flat. Of course, with a lot of embellishments, but looking at the rock solid notes, it's basically those 2 notes only. And now it's... You could be my boyfriend for the night. We begin the line the same way, but then we do something else. Right? Okay, so it's those two melodic ideas. I imagine that they are going to repeat this. Yes, they are. Second chorus half, perhaps, what I immediately noticed is that the background whoa whoa takes over the melodic idea. Remember that melodic idea? Now the oh whoa does the same in the background. Creating new magic with the new hook that I'm expecting now. Okay, let's find out melody. That's a nice piano exercise for beginners because it's black keys only. So we... It's a pentatonic scale. It's the G flat major pentatonic scale or E flat minor pentatonic scale. Something that we've seen Lady Gaga use a lot in other songs as well. And something that makes it so powerful and so singable and so hooky. Something happened there. So we introduce the title of the song, which is Garden of Eden, stressed weirdly. Take you to the Garden of Eden. It seems like a misstressing of this garden thing. They have got a longish gar thing, but still the den moving up creates stress where I wouldn't expect a stress in the word. It's singable, it rolls down the tongue nicely, so it's okay. Introducing a secondary dominant at the end of the chorus, the secondary dominant to 6 minor, so to this E flat minor. The B flat major chord is something that we would not expect in the key of G flat major, but that works as a secondary dominant for something that I think is going to be a secondary dominant because I'm sure it will take us back to E flat. Let's find out. So this is the intro thing, basically, this pedal note E flat thing with a post-chorus idea that says, I'll take you to the Garden of Eden. That's the way you stress the word. And reminding us of course, abracadabra, but also of Poker Face, right? Poker Face, I'll take you to the Garden of Eden. So this is something that Lady Gaga likes doing a lot. Taking people to the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. You're turning green from the adrenaline. Adrenaline? Isn't it adrenaline? I'm not a native speaker, so I wouldn't know, but you're turning green from the adrenaline. This chick's a machine, but her friend is way more fun. This chick's a machine? No, this chick's a machine. This chick's a machine. This is mispronunciation of words, which I don't like. The music on. So you say yes and then the party's on. Also, rhyming on with on is relatively lazy, but you can't hear her with the music on, so you say yes and then the party's on. Talking about on. This so hit the lights. We talked about this in Abracadabra. It's this Phantom of the Opera musical theater vibe that I'm getting yet again, nicely connecting those two songs with each other, which makes sense because Abracadabra is track 2 on the album and this one is track 3. Nice melodic variation in chorus number 2. Interesting observation in terms of alliteration. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. So it's a lot of V and F sounds that we highlight in this line, connecting all the words really nicely to each other. Garden of Eden. I'll take you to the Garden of Eden. Turning words into percussion instruments is a Lady Gaga thing with this I'll take you to the Garden of Eden. Really cool. That's interesting. What happens here after chorus number 2, on the spot where we would expect a bridge, they do create a bridge, but only by intertwining the different section ideas that we had before. Harmonies are the chorus harmonies. But this musical theater Phantom of the Opera So Hit the Lights thing is something that we heard in second verse half or pre-chorus, what you may call it. So by connecting those two elements, they were able to create a super new perspective, which is actually what the bridge function is all about. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. It's a super strong start of the chorus because of that pickup. I could be a girl, right? The girl gets the downbeat stress, everything before is pickup, and the melody also goes up. Right? So we are kind of walking up the staircase to get to that girlfriend thing. One more thing that I want to stress here is the great connection between harmonic and melodic rhythm, because what the drums and also other rhythmic and percussive instruments do there is they have got downbeat, backbeat, and then anticipated downbeat, backbeat. So creating this and everything does the same, right? So even, and this is what I'm getting at, even the melody that says, I'll take you to the Garden of Eden, anticipates this. Garden of Eden, right? So Garden of Eden is exactly what the harmonic rhythm, in that case percussive rhythm, bass and snare, give away. And it doesn't stop. It wants to go on forever and ever. And that was Garden of Eden by Lady Gaga. I think we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is about the power of alliterations. So if you've got lines like, you started slurring and I start to squeal, something that I'm taking from verse number 1, or this, I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. This is a very powerful tool to make words nicely go along with each other and creating this flow feel that we want to have in lyric writing. Songwriting learning number 2 is about the connection of harmonic rhythm and melodic rhythm. So whenever you have got a very distinct harmonic rhythm, like this downbeat, backbeat, anticipated downbeat, backbeat, dun, ch, dun, ch, make sure that your melody supports this. So everything in the song supports this. Verse number 1. Go get your friends and meet me on the floor. Right? On the floor does exactly this. Then we had this Garden of Eden thing. Garden of Eden. Right? So this is a very conscious placement of this melodic rhythm that was definitely inspired and basically defined by the harmonic rhythm. And songwriting learning number 3 is about bridges. So after chorus number 2, it's a good idea to bring in a new perspective. I didn't know that this was something that you could do, but apparently you can create a bridge by combining different elements from the different sections you introduced before. So take chorus chords and combine them with pre-chorus words and melody. This is something that you should definitely try. This is something that I will definitely try, and that might be a powerful tool to lift the bridge to a whole new level and making everything different. So this was my on-the-fly analysis of Lady Gaga's Garden of Eden, track number 3 from a new album, Mayhem. If you like this reaction video plus analysis, please make sure to like the video, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel, that helps a lot, to leave friendly comments and to spread the love in those times of trouble, to please take a look at the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about cold showers now. Bye bye.